There could be a few reasons for that. One is they may be afraid of getting accused of teaching salvation by works. And there's nothing worse for a Lutheran pastor than to be accused of contradicting the fundamental doctrine of Lutheranism, salvation, justification by grace alone. So that could be one motivation, a misunderstanding that they anticipate happening if they start to teach on this subject. And there are a number of Lutheran theologians who really try to explain away this doctrine. And so they may be reading those commentaries and thinking that this is not an appropriate subject to be talking about. They also may not be clear on what was talked about earlier as far as how this works chronologically, that you only talk about rewards in the context of salvation by grace alone. So if that's not clear in their head, then they may not want to stand up and be preaching about it. So that could be an issue also. They may be concerned about sounding too Roman Catholic, that they may sound like they're, again, mixing grace and works in a way that it may sound like they're teaching a Roman Catholic doctrine, which again, for a Lutheran pastor, wouldn't be a great thing to be accused of. And then there's another reason that I've run into, and it's kind of I would call it a super spiritual reason given for not teaching on this. And that is, I've heard people say to me on this subject, well, I don't really need to be motivated by rewards. Jesus is enough for me. And on one level, okay, yes, our primary motivation is thankfulness, and we all agree with that. However, Jesus definitely taught rewards. And so our motivations need to be in line with his teaching. In fact, in Hebrews it says that Jesus was himself motivated by rewards. For the joy that was set before him, he endured the shame and the cross, death and humiliation. And so it wasn't too unspiritual for Jesus to be motivated by rewards. And so it's certainly not beyond us. In fact, it's apparently exactly what we need, at least as one of our motivations, because it's what Jesus taught us, and it's what he practiced himself.